Hey guys, it's Sarah and I'm about to get started on another layout using my Rediscover, I can talk, Rediscover Your Stash kit. And this is a homemade kit that I made and it is part of a challenge that I'm participating in through June 20th. And it's a challenge being hosted by Christina Swarge and Sarah Scraps, and it's like a Facebook event type thing. So what they did was they challenged us to use a title that involves a quote, either a quote or a song lyric or something, that inspires you or one of your favorite quotes or something. So I took some time one day. I found a quote that I really, really like. I have these two pictures of Kaylin and she's reading books. This one she's reading on her Kindle, and this one she's reading a library book. So I have been wanting to scrap these pictures. I just wasn't sure what I was going to do yet. And when I saw this challenge, I thought it would be perfect for one of my favorite quotes by J.K. Rowling. And I took a while one day, because it did take a while to, get all these letters out. But I used these Bo Bunny double dot stickers, letter stickers, and they're small and they're 3 shades of blue. So I just turned on a TV show and I sat there and I did most of the quote. This is not the whole thing. There's one word missing, and that word I'm going to be using this Felicity Jane stamp that was created by Jen Scow, and it's like a script. So I'm going to use one word in this script. It's going to be right in the middle. So the quote is, "I do believe something very magical can happen when you read a good book." And I'm going to use magical in these here. So that's kind of my plan for right now. I think I have some ink that will go nicely with this too. I think I have some blue ink that I can use with these stamps. So that's going to be my title. And other than that, I don't have any plans. I have no clue where I'm going to go with this. So we're gonna figure it out together, guys. But yeah, so I'm going to use my kit, and I am going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go grab my ink because I want to go ahead and get this title down on whatever it is I decide to use. So I want to make sure I have the whole thing ready. And I have this Hero Arts ink. It's a mid-tone ink, and I think it's called a shadow ink. And I've had that for quite a while. It still works beautifully. And this is the color Pool. So I grabbed some white cardstock and I'm going to go ahead and stamp it on that, and then I will fussy cut around it so it will be kind of its own separate thing. Looking back on it now, I could have stamped directly onto the pattern paper I decided to put this on, but it's okay. Next time maybe I'll try to stamp directly onto my layout, but first time using the stamp, so I wasn't sure how it was going to go. And it turned out that it went beautifully, and this script and this font is gorgeous, and I love the way that you can easily, pardon my head, layer it. So as you can see, each letter kind of goes off like it's a cursive, and you're supposed to connect them all together as well, and they connect beautifully. So I really, really love the way that this came out. And it's very easy to overlap them, and you don't see a big, you don't see like an overlap or anything. It just blends together really, really nicely. So I'm just going to type out the word magical, and I am cleaning off my stamps with a baby wipe as I stamp with them because I'm trying to be really good about that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's so pretty. I love that. I'm definitely going to be using that stamp quite a bit. That was my first time using it, so very happy with the way that that turned out. So now I'm going to go ahead and just fussy cut it out so that I can have it as part of my title and the quote. So I'm just going to cut all around here. Okay, so that's how I'm going to have it. And then I am going to go ahead and pick out whatever it is I'm going to use for my layout. So I'm just going to go through my kit, pick a background paper from this Crepe Paper DIY shop, which is the main paper pad I'm using for this kit. And I knew I wanted to use that one right there because it has, you know, kind of a grid pattern and it has some blue in it, so it was perfect. And then I have that blue diagonal stripe paper as well. That's a very, very old scrap. I'm not sure. It might be die cuts with a view. But basically, I'm just going through my kit and I'm looking for blues. Those are kind of the tones I'm looking for, you know, based on not only my title, but the background paper, and there is blue in both of the pictures of my daughter reading as well. So I have that little 3x4 piece of paper right there from that Daily Flash, and I'm going to use that as a layering piece as well. And that one right there, just a bunch of scraps. Literally anything blue that's grabbing my attention is what I am setting aside for myself to use. And I pull out this summer paper pad, and I decide on what I'm going to put my title on. And I definitely need, you know, something besides that paper. I want to have it something that's on its own. So I'm going to grab this one right here. It's like a marbled kind of aqua mint green type of colors. So I really like that. And I think that the title is going to look nicely on that. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to go ahead and I will turn off my camera while I get this title down because it does take me quite a while to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and there it is, all finished. So I just transferred it over, you know, and made sure I put the magical down there and kind of snuggled in the rest of the quotes around that as well. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and start getting things put where I think I want them to go. And I thought about angling my pictures, but then I'm going to straighten them out, and I just kind of like the way that that looks better. So that's what I'm going to end up doing. Kind of when I put everything down, I really like the way it ends up looking, so I kind of know that that's how it's going to be. And I am thinking about maybe inking the edges of my papers to bring them all together. And I decided that that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to grab my Tim Holtz Distress ink. I'm going to use the color Broken China. And I am going to just ink the edges of all of my papers here. Everything except for the background. I hope you don't hear me yawning, because I'm yawning, guys. It's like midnight. But my husband is flying late tonight. He usually doesn't work late anymore with his schedule, but they needed some extra help this weekend, so he is working until like 1 o'clock. So I don't sleep very well when he's not home. So I figured I'd just do some scrapping and some editing and all that, but I'm tired. So never fails. Okay, so everything is inked up, and I am going to go ahead and map my pictures on some white cardstock. And I had this cardstock sitting on my desk from a couple weeks ago, so it was nice I didn't have to get up. So I am just going to go ahead and mat those on a thin white mat. And I'm going to put this down and then realize I did not space it out correctly. I was trying to get it even as far as the sides go, but it's off. And at first it was starting to rip when I started pulling it up, and I was like, no, I'll live with it. And then I was like, nope, I can't live with it. So I did go ahead and pull it up. It ripped obviously, but didn't rip all the way through, so it's okay. But I just put it down a little bit too quickly, so. Just making sure everything's going to work out the way I want it to. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to cut this in half and use this for layering on the sides of my pictures. I don't need to see a ton of it since it is a chevron on top of a stripe. That's kind of a lot for your eyes. So I just wanted to peek out just a little bit, just so you can see there's a different pattern under there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this down. And then I go ahead and put this down, but then I have to move it because I realized I didn't want them to be completely even. I thought I did at first, but then when I looked at it, the way it was going to fit was not going to fit. It was going to go over the words, so I'm going to move it down just a little bit. And I do like the way that it looks after I move it down. So it kind of goes around the word book there. And this label here from October Afternoon says stories on it, so I'm going to ink the edges of this one as well, and I'm going to stick that right on top of one of the pictures. And I'm going to go through my die cut pack here. This die cut pack was the main source of inspiration for this kit. I want to try to make a dent in this if I can. And this is a random one, so it's just a lot of random things that I use and things that I've collected randomly. Some of them don't have manufacturers on them. So I have a circle die cut there that has like a print on it, which is perfect for books. And then a little blue circle. I'm cutting this one out here as a little label that says, I love this one, or I can't remember exactly what it says there. Let me see if I can read it. Especially love this? Yes, especially love this. I'm gonna clean up that edge there because I did not cut it very straight. But I'll put that on top of the picture of her reading her Kindle because I was really excited when she expressed that she wanted to get a Kindle to read more. And so I'm inking the edges of these circles here, and I will use those for embellishments as well. I'm just going to go ahead and stick them right here. And I'm going to layer this one on top there. It just fits so nicely around that title. And then I'm going to add an Amy Tangerine camera in the middle of that there. And then this little globe right there. I added that because reading can be an adventure. And then a little light bulb because she's using her brain. And then just a cute little heart. So anything I could off of this Amy Tangerine sticker sheet that I've had for a very long time went on this layout. And then I need to think about what else. I did pull those arrows, but I don't end up using them. It was just going to be a little bit too much. But I'm trying to think of what else I want to add on here. I know I'm going to do my journaling below the title and between the pictures there. I will do that. I do grab this washi tape, and this is pink and gold striped washi tape. And there's pink in both of the pictures. In the one on the left, there's a blanket on the couch that's pink, and then in the other one, my daughter's shirt is pink. So I wanted to add just a little bit more there. Pink is not going to be like a huge color. It's mostly the blue, but it just added a little pop, and I felt like it really needed that, and I like the way that that looked. I'm also going to add some enamel dots here. These are from my Mind's Eye, and I will use up that package between both the aqua and the pink. And I am going to go ahead and do my journaling. I will do this off camera because I actually had to stop my camera to charge it because my battery was about to run out. So I turn off the camera, do my journaling, and then come back here. And after I come back, I noticed these quotation marks in this Fancy Pants cork sticker sheet that I had included in my kit, and I hadn't used it yet. So that worked out really nicely since that is a quote. And then I'm going to add these enamel dots, and I believe that is going to complete my layout. I do look at it for a while just to make sure there's nothing else I want to add, but I really do like the way that it looks, and I don't want to get to a point where I'm adding like way too much because I could see myself going in that direction. So I'm going to leave it as it is, and I really like it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will be back again for some more layouts for you. Have a great day, guys. Bye.